All right. So go ahead and start with our dynamic warm up a little bit to wake your body. So start with dropping one ear to one shoulder. Look side to side. Okay, so today the equipment I have, you can look down and look up. I have a resistance band, like a long one with handles. Look, make circles to the right. I have a resistance band that's a loop. And then circles the other way. Okay, do some shoulder rolls backwards. If you have medicine ball or dumbbells, you can use those. I don't have any weights today. Let's do some arm circles backwards. Open up your chest. So instead of weights, I have a stick. So if you have let's pull one arm across the body. If you have like a Swiffer stick, I'll use that today to hold over my head. Okay, so now reach up and over. But if you have weights like a dumbbell or medicine ball, that's better. Okay, then we'll do a twist. Okay, bring one knee into your chest. Stretch your glutes. Okay, then bring your heel to your butt. Push your hip forward. Bring your heel in, knee out. Okay, good. Then let's do a lunge. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and reach up. And then you're going to squeeze this back glute, and then go up on your toe and put your heel back down. So up on your toe, heel back down, squeeze your back glute. Do that 5 times on that side, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, so when you're ready, you can switch. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, squeeze your back glute, arms up, and then down and up on your toe. Okay, then we're going to do our mobility warm up. So first thing is going to be good morning, so the T reach. So your feet are going to be hip width underneath you. Bend your knees slightly, and then you're just going to hinge over at the hips. And then your arms are going to go into a T. So pull your thumbs back. This is the end position with your arms. So you're bending over, come back up, squeeze your glutes to the top. So 10 like that. Coming down flat back. Keep your head in line with your spine. Okay, after 10 of those, we'll do a reverse lunge, big step back with opposite reach. So whatever leg goes back, that arm goes up, and you pull your thumbs back. Then switch sides, whatever leg goes back, that arm goes up, the other arm is down, and you reach both arms back. So 10 times. Okay, next is going to be lateral squat with reach through. So big step to the side, reach your arms through your legs, tuck your chin, step your feet together, and then reach up. Step to the other side, reach through your legs, stand up. The light is going to get bad up there.
I'm going to pick up the shade.
Is there any shade for the top part?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 steps back and forth, side to side. Okay, next we're going to do glute bridges. So you're going to lay on your back. Oh, that's better. You're gonna land your back and then squeeze your hips up by squeezing your butt. So push your hips up as high as you can by squeezing your butt at the top. 10 of those. Okay, and then you can stay on the ground. We're gonna do a single leg kick. So you're gonna stay in that same position and then swing one leg up towards your face, so toes to your face, and then lower it back down. So stretching out calf and hamstring. So do 7 swings on each leg. So go soft at first, and then you can swing a little bit harder to stretch your hamstring more. Pull your toes to your face so you get more of your calf. So then you can switch legs. Do 7 on the other side. Okay, good. Then you can stand up. And we'll do 1 minute of jumping jacks. Okay, so I'll give you a couple seconds to be there. All right, so ready, set, go. 1 minute jumping jacks. Over halfway there. Ten more seconds. Okay, good. Relax. Okay, you can get some water, and then we'll start their first set of exercises. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is a lunge. So this is where if you have some extra weight, you can use it. So like a medicine ball or dumbbells, you're gonna hold over your head. I have this stick. So when you put weight over your head, or I'm just gonna put my arms up like this, it engages your core more. So even if you're just holding something that doesn't have any weight, you're changing your center of mass. So it's gonna engage your core more. So we're gonna do a forward lunge today. So arms are gonna be up overhead, and you're gonna do a big step forward. Both knees come to 90 degrees. Then you're gonna push off your front leg to stand back up. So all the weight in your front heel and push off to stand back up. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So it's gonna be 20 total, just holding the weight up. So don't move your upper body. I think that was 6 for me. So 10 each side. Okay, this is what I look like from the side, just in case. So when your arms are overhead, you want to make sure that you're holding your core tight so you're not arching your back. And that your head stays in line with your spine. So don't push your head forward. You're probably going to have to think about tucking your chin. Like when we're running, a lot of people have forward chin. So think about pulling your chin back. Your ears should be right between your biceps. All right, a couple more. Okay, good. Next exercise, if you have weights, then you're gonna lay on your back. Well, we're doing chest, so because I know we did push-ups last week. If you do have weights, either medicine ball or dumbbells, you're gonna lay on your back and just push the weight up from your chest and bring it back down. But if you don't have any weights, then we're gonna do push-ups again. But we'll make them different. So if you are doing the chest press with some kind of weight, you're gonna do 20 if it's a lighter weight. If you can't get to 20, then do an appropriate amount, like between 10 and 20. If you don't have any weights, then we're gonna do push-ups. It'll be 10. And if you need something extra for push-ups, we're gonna do a T reach. So that looks like this. Push up, and then pull your thumb back, open into a T reach. That's what I'm gonna do. If you have weights though, you can do some kind of press on your back. If you're doing the push-ups, it's 10. Either 10 normal push-ups or 10 with the reach. Or 10 on your knees and then into the reach. In case someone recording wants to do that. Okay. Give you a minute to finish that up. Okay, and then for our ab exercise, we're gonna be on the ground on your mat or on your mat. So if you have some kind of weight, you can bring that with you. And you're gonna do this way. So if you have some kind of weight, you're gonna hold the weight up over your chest, and you're gonna pick up your shoulders to hold that weight, and then you're gonna lift one leg at a time. If you don't have a weight, then you're just gonna hold up like me. It'll be 10 total. So nice and slow, one leg at a time. Each leg counts as one. Holding your shoulders up the whole time. So squeezing your low back into the ground. Okay, so just 10 of those. When you're done with that, you can stand up. Okay, so for a little bit of cardio for this round, we're gonna do squat jumps. So it's gonna be 3 sets of 5 squat jumps. So you're gonna do 5 jumps in a row. So you're gonna start down in your squat fully and then jump up, squeezing with your glutes, land back in your squat. 5 repeats. Then you're gonna stand up, take a couple seconds off, shake out your legs, breathe, and then when you're ready, do another set of 5. It'll be 3 sets of 5. So think about landing, toe, ball, heel. Okay, the next set. Good, keep your knees out on the landing. And when you're ready, last set. Okay, good. Grab a sip of water if you want, and then we'll repeat. Okay, so when you're ready, the first exercise is the forward lunge with, if you have a weight, hold it over your head. So this is 20 total, 10 on each leg. All right, let's go ahead. So remember, when you're lunging, don't let your front knee go in front of your toes. So it's a big step forward. And you want to keep your hips underneath your body. So don't let them get out behind you. So you're keeping your chest up instead of like this. So don't bend over. Keep your hips under you. Push that back hip forward. And then since our arms are up, think about holding your core tight. Couple more. When you get to 20, you're good. Stop. And of course, last count again. One more on each side. Okay, good. When you're done with that, you can drop your weight. We're gonna go back to chest. So if you are on your back, doing the chest press with whatever weight you have, up to 20, so between 10 and 20 reps. And then if you don't, we're doing our 10 push-ups. All right, good. So after your chest, we're going back to our ab exercise. So that's going to be the leg raises. So if you want to hold your weight up over your chest, pick up your shoulders off the ground, and then lower one leg at a time. So 10 total. Okay, so shoulders up off the ground, starting up, and then one leg drops at a time, pick it back up. So I don't remember, but the first time I may have done it, there are two variations, two ways you can do this. Easier way is if you start with both your legs up and drop one and then pick it back up. The harder way is if you start with both your legs out and pick up one and then back down. Much harder to balance with both legs out and not both legs up. So, options. Okay, then we have our squat jumps again. So 3 sets of 5. All right, so when you're ready, you can go ahead and start your first set of 5 rebound jumps. Make sure you really squeeze your butt in the air. Take a couple seconds to rest. And 2 more sets. Okay, next one. Okay, break. Okay, when you're ready, last set. Okay, good. Relax. And we'll start our next group of exercises. Okay. So for the first one, if you have a band that's a loop we're gonna use that. If you don't, then have a modification. But if you do have a band, you're gonna put it around both of your ankles, and then you're doing a hamstring curl. So, looks like 2 people have a band, at least. Maybe 3. Okay, so you may need something to balance on, like the wall. You're gonna do 1 foot at a time, bringing your heel up to your butt. Sorry, I have a weird notification on my computer. Nothing about Zoom, so we're good. Okay, so if you have a band, we're picking 1 heel up to your butt at a time, pulling against the resistance with your hamstring. So it's gonna be 8 on each leg. So make sure that your knee doesn't come in front of your other knee. So you're pulling it back, you're squeezing your glute, and all the work is pulling from your hamstring. It's harder than you think, so keep reminding yourself to pull that knee back behind your other knee. That's because that's the position we want to be in when we're running. Your knee should be behind the other knee when you pick up your heel to run. Okay, so when you're ready, you can go to the other side. I'm going to show if someone doesn't have a resistance band what they can do. So 8 on the other leg. If you don't have a band, then if you do have sliders, you can do hamstring curls on sliders or towels. If you don't have either of those, like I don't today, you're gonna do like go into a bridge position, and then 1 leg at a time, you're gonna extend and then pull back towards your butt. Think about using your hamstring. So not quite as much resistance as on the intended muscle, the hamstring, as if you had the band, but still effective. You can even like poke your hamstring to make sure that you're squeezing there and give a little bit more attention to that muscle. So 8 on each side. When you're ready, we'll move on to the next thing. So it's gonna be upper body. We're gonna do a row. So if you have dumbbells or a resistance band for this one, that's good. If you don't, then I'll show you what to do without it. So I have a resistance band, but if you have a dumbbell, you're gonna go into like a lunge. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Whatever arm is back, that's the arm you're gonna do the row with. So you're gonna pull your elbow back. Big squeeze your upper body. So big squeeze in between your shoulder blades, pulling your elbow back. I'm gonna do it with the resistance band, so I'm gonna put the band underneath my foot. And for this one, we're gonna do 8 on each side also. If you don't have any kind of resistance, then you can either do this exact movement, just squeezing your shoulder blade and lowering it back down very slowly, or you can stand and just do like a standing row, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slowly release. So again, not as much resistance as with a weight or a band, but you're still gonna get a little bit of muscle activation. Okay, so 8 each side. When you're ready, you can switch. Okay, good. Okay, looks like everyone's ready. So next for ab exercise, we're going to do. Okay, so we're gonna do a plank. And we're gonna do shoulder taps. Okay, so holding a not a forearm plank with your arms extended, And then you're gonna pick one hand up and touch the opposite shoulder and switch sides. If you need to in this plank, you can open your legs a little bit wider for more support than you usually would. And the goal is to try to do this without your hips rocking side to side. So keeping your body as stable as you can, tapping one shoulder and then the other. We're gonna do 20 touches. So that's 10 on each shoulder. So try not to rush through it. Slow and controlled. Feel all your core muscles turning on to help keep you stable. Remember to keep breathing in through your nose, up through your mouth. Do a couple more. When you count to 20, you're good. Okay, when you're done with that, you can stand up. We're gonna do 1 minute of jumping jacks for cardio this time. Okay, so ready, set, go. Twenty more seconds. Okay, good. Relax. Nice job. You can get some water. And then we're gonna repeat that set. Okay. So our first exercise is a hamstring curls. So if you have your loop, so it's 8 on each leg. So remember, balance and then squeeze your glute. Keep your knee behind the other knee. And pick your heel up towards your butt. If your band is kind of lighter, then you can really squeeze the top, hold it, and then come back down. 8 on each side. Okay, then we'll switch legs. So remember, don't let your knee come in front of your other knee. So keep the leg that's doing the work, your knee should be in line with the opposite leg. So think about pulling your leg back. All right. Good, we're done with that band. Next, we're gonna go to our row. So if you have your dumbbell or resistance band, or you're standing squeezing your shoulder blades together. So otherwise, you're here, you're gonna come into a lunge. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then bend over your front bent knee. And then pull your shoulder back. Big squeeze with your shoulder blades. 8 on each side. Okay, when you're in, switch sides. Eight. All right. For our abs, we have the plank with shoulder taps. So 20 total. Come down to a plank with your arms extended, feet a little bit wider than usual, and then 20 touches. All right, good work, guys. After your planks, we have 1 minute of jumping jacks. It's gonna be our last minute of jumping jacks. And our last set, we're going back to our squat jumps for cardio. So we're gonna start in 3 seconds. Ready, set, go. Ten more seconds. Okay, good. Relax. Okay, get some water, and then we just have one more set of exercises. So, okay, when you're ready for our last set, this one we're actually gonna, our leg exercise are gonna be on the ground. So you can come over to your mat. I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see me. Okay, so for this, you're gonna put one leg in front of you, kind of like, if you know the pigeon stretch in yoga. So one foot is gonna be in line with the front edge of, if you have a yoga mat, and then your other leg is gonna be behind you like this. So then you're gonna bring your back leg, your heel is gonna come up to tap your ankle, the leg that's in front. Then you're gonna bring your leg back and your knee is gonna touch the ground. So right here, when your knee touches the ground, you should feel a big squeeze in your glute medius. Those are our stabilizing muscles. So with each leg, you're gonna do that 10 times. So your heel comes up to tap the ankle, and then you go back and your knee taps the ground. 10 on each leg. So this is working right here is internal rotation of your hip to work on that glute medius. And here you're kind of externally rotating. Your free arm, you can just leave in the air. This arm is really, you're using it to stabilize you. Or you can put it on your hip, wherever. This is a tough one. When you get to 10, you're really gonna feel it. Okay, so when you're ready, you can switch sides. Okay, so other leg, when you switch sides, comes in line with the front of your mat, and then your other arm's going to be on the ground, and then your other arm you can put under your hip. So you bring your heel up to touch the ankle, and then knee taps the ground. 10. Okay, good. For arms, we're gonna do biceps. So if you have weights or a resistance band, we're gonna use those. So it's gonna be both arms at the same time. If you have band with handles or dumbbells, or you can use a medicine ball and just hold it on both sides. So you're gonna go like this. If you have no equipment, well, let me show you. I'll be doing this. So hold it with your feet and pull up, arms all the way up to your shoulders. If you have no weights and you want a little bit more resistance, you can do manual resistance. So you can hold one arm down and pull up with the other, or you can use, if you have any cans, or you can fill 2 water bottles. But looks like most people have weights. So let's do 12. 12 total. All right, good. After that, your core ab exercise, we're gonna do, it's called Lumbar Rotations. So you're gonna lay on your back, and I think you'll be able to see me here. Okay, so lay on your back and put your arms out to a T, and then you're gonna pull your knees in towards your chest at 90 degrees, and then you're going to tap your knees down to one side, so your legs are touching the ground, and then you're gonna use your core to pull your knees back up to the center, and then drop them over to the other side. So maybe from the side, like better for you to see. So knees at 90, drop to one side, pick them back up to the center, and then drop them down to the other side. So for this, you're gonna go 8 to each side. Making sure that you keep your knees together. If you let your knees come apart, then it's easier for your hips, your hip flexors, to be doing some of the work. So if you keep your knees together, then it's forcing you to use your core more so. This is also good. You may feel a stretch in your back, your low back. So stretch your back, exercise for your obliques, your side core muscles. 8 on each side. And try to keep both shoulder blades down on the ground. So your hips and your back is going to come up, but try to keep your opposite shoulder on the ground. Okay. I think I'm good. So when you're done with that, it's 16 total. When you're done, you can stand up. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our squat jumps. This time we're gonna do 2 sets of 5. So when you're ready, you can start your first set. 5 rebound squat jumps. Remember to squeeze your butt in the air. Jump up as high as you can and land softly. Okay, take a quick break. I'll do 5 more jumps. All right, so when you're ready, second set. Okay, good. All right, get some water, and then we're just gonna repeat our last set of exercises. Okay, so our first thing was with our legs. So it was the internal and external rotation of the hip. So start in your pigeon. And then use one arm to stabilize you on the ground. Other hand goes on your hip. And then your heel comes to tap the ankle. And knee taps the ground in the back. 10 on each leg. All right, switch legs. All right, last one. Okay, then our arm exercise, we got our biceps. So here are your weights. We're gonna do 12 total bicep curls. So keep your elbows tucked into your sides and then full range of motion. So hands all the way up to your shoulders and all the way back down. All right, good. For your core, we have the lumbar rotations. So on your back, knees draw out side to side. That's 16 total, so 8 each side. Arms out to a T, try to keep your knees together. All right, good. When you're done with that, you can stand up. We have our last set of squat jumps. Okay, so when you're ready for that, it's 2 sets of 5. All right, so you can go ahead and start. Really can't see. Okay, after 5, take a quick break, a couple seconds, stretch out your legs. And you can do your last 5. Okay. Get some water, and we'll start our stretch. Okay, so we're going to start with our dynamic stretch and then work into static stretching. So first, we're going to do some heel sweeps. So put one heel out in front of you, straight leg, and then reach for your toes. And then switch legs. We're going to do this 10 times. You can't really see my head at all.
You move it this way.
No, it's okay. Okay, so the thing about pushing your hips back, you can round your back here, stretch it out. Pulling your toes up to your face, stretch your hamstring. Good. Okay, next you're gonna grab your heel and pull it up to your butt. Or this time, you're gonna hold for a couple seconds, like 3-second hold, and then switch sides. We'll do that a couple times. So the first stretch that we just did, the heel sweeps, that was stretching our hamstrings, which we did with our hamstring curl. This, stretching our quads, which is actually the main muscle that you're using in a forward lunge. You're pushing off using your quad to stand back up. So I'll do about 8 of these, 3-second hold each side. Then our last leg exercise was that internal external rotation. So that was your glutes, your glute medius mostly. So we're gonna do, pull your heel in and knee out. Make sure you can feel a stretch in your glutes, so hold like 3 seconds and then switch legs. We'll do that about 8 times. So this may look familiar to our warm-up, which makes sense because in your warm-up, you're activating the muscles you're about to use. And then in your stretch, your cool down, you're stretching the muscle that you used. Okay, so a couple times each side. Last one, and then we're gonna do something for our hips, which is just a very common tightness in triathletes and also all people, anyone who sits. Okay, so one leg forward, one leg back. This is called a broad lunge, so kind of like what we did in our warm-up, we're not gonna pick up your heel this time. So just reach overhead, hold 3 seconds, and then switch legs. So back leg is straight. Try to drop your back heel down to the ground. We'll do this like 4 each side, so 8 total. Really squeezing that back glute, pushing your hip forward. You should feel a stretch in the front of your hip right here. Also in your calf. If your calves are tight, maybe your hamstrings. one more each side. All right, good. So now I'll sit down on the ground. Okay, we'll start with one leg in and one leg out. So we'll go back to stretching our hamstrings more. So you can, I'm starting with my left leg out, and then you're gonna reach your opposite hand. So I'm gonna reach with my right hand to the outside of my left foot. So I'm getting a stretch in my back. If you can't reach to your foot, reach to the outside of your calf or reach to the outside of your ankle. Wherever you can land your hand to grab something, grab on there. So stretching out your back, you pull your toes towards your face and squeeze your quad. You can stretch your hamstring more. So we'll hang out here for a couple seconds. Remember to always breathe deeply when we're stretching. So breathe in through your nose, fill up your belly. And when you breathe out, think about relaxing whatever muscle it is. So actively try to release in that muscle as you breathe out. So a couple more deep breaths here. We'll do one more. Breathe in, fill up your belly, and release. Okay, so you're gonna keep whatever knee is bent, keep it bent. So I have my right leg in, and I'm gonna swing my left leg around to back. So we're gonna do our pigeon stretch. So one knee's bent underneath you, and then you're gonna think about pushing your hips down towards the ground. So we're going back to stretching our glutes here. If you want, you can drop down to your forearms. And then lower your chest down towards the ground also. If you can feel the stretch up here, that's all good. Okay, so deep breaths, breathe in through your nose. Fill up your belly, out through your mouth. Two more deep breaths. Last one. Okay. So stay here in this pigeon if you can, and then you're gonna try. Okay, so we're here. Try to reach back and grab your heel to stretch your hip of the back leg. So bring your heel towards your butt and think about pushing your toes into your hand. Squeeze that glute. So now you're stretching the back leg. You may also still feel a stretch in front glute. It's a very efficient stretch. If you can get both sides, get coordinated to do this. But the most important one is we're doing our back leg here, so your hip. So squeezing the back glute. Bringing your heel to your butt and trying to push your toes back towards your hand. Okay, two more deep breaths right here. Last one. Okay, you can release that. And then we're going to do everything to the other side. So whatever knee is bent, we're done with that one. Let's bring your other knee in and extend your other leg. So we're starting with our hamstring. Okay, so reach your opposite hand to the outside of your foot or your leg, your calf, ankle, wherever you can grab on. Pull your toes up to your face. Squeeze your quad. And breathe. 3 deep breaths. Okay, last one. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. Okay, so swing your straight leg all the way behind you. Pigeon stretch on this side. So one leg's tucked underneath your chest, drop your hips down towards the ground. Couple deep breaths here. If you want, you can drop down to your forearms. Almost done. Just gotta finish up these last stretches. Breathe some space into your glute. Okay, last thing, reach back, bring your heel up towards your butt. This one, so bring your hand, push your heel towards your butt, and then push your shoelaces back towards your hand. And squeeze your back glute. So this stretch also is opening up your chest right here, so the arm that's reaching back. Because we did some chest today. Or push-ups for your chest. We're doing press. Okay, a few more breaths here. Squeeze your glute. Bring your heel towards your butt. And push your foot away from your butt. Breathe in, fill up your belly. And breathe out. Okay, release. All right, nice work. All right, really good job.